everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video we're going to be doing another Foundation Friday. And on today's video we're going to be using the PUR 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Longwear Foundation and Concealer. It does come in this tube right here. On the top it has a pump, but then it also, unscrewing this, you have a doe foot applicator so that you can use that as concealer as well. This came out, I think, summer of last year, and honestly, I can't remember what the reviewers were saying or what people were saying about it, so I figured I'd give it a try. This does remind me of a couple of Stila foundations that I've tried. They have a stick foundation as well as a liquid foundation that has the foundation, and then on the top, in the cap, there is a pot concealer. And I liked those, so I'm very hopeful. I mean, basically, this is the same. You're not using two different products in this format. You have the one product and then you're just using two different application methods. So I'm interested to give this a try. Before we get started with the actual review and application, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. I know about 60% of my viewers are not yet subscribed, so please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like the video while you're watching it, hit the like button. If you dislike it, you can hit the dislike button as well. And if you have any comments on anything I'm saying or doing throughout this video, put those in the comment section down below. Before I started the camera, I did moisturize my face. I also used the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist, and I also put on the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer as my primer. So I think that covers everything. Let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be applying this to my face with a brush. I have my IT Cosmetics Loves the Foundation brush. I'm going to be using this on the right side of my face, and then I do have a sponge for the left side of my face as well. So I did squirt out a little bit of the foundation here. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the brush. A brush is my preferred method of application because I don't have a bathroom anywhere near this room. So I always forget to wet my brush. I usually, when I'm doing a foundation review, come upstairs and then have to run back downstairs to wet the sponge. So there's that. All right, so that applied really quick and easy with the brush. I will say that it's not like super full coverage, but like I can still see a couple of my freckles here on my cheek. But nonetheless, I think it's looking pretty good so far immediately after application. I'm going to put on the other side of my face with the sponge. We're also going to go, I completely forgot to read to you from the website before I started applying it. So as soon as I get this applied with the sponge, we're going to go to the website and we're going to read what it says about this foundation. All right, so I ended up using 4 complete pumps. I will say that this shade is actually looking really, really good. And right now, immediately after application, I am liking the way that it's looking. Let's go ahead and read what the website says about this foundation before we finish off with putting it on as concealer, because I am going to put the concealer on while we're talking here today before I move into the rest of my foundation. So the website is purcosmetics.com. It has a ton of shades. If you guys can see that, it is a huge shade range. Very, very wide shade range. Okay, and then I have LN4, I think. Yep, LN4. So it says, it's time to love your skin, your selfie, and the way you look from every angle with 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. This groundbreaking all-in-one skincare-infused longwear foundation and concealer instantly masks and blurs the look of imperfections as it helps enhance your natural beauty. Enriched with age-defying Serotin Complex, an antioxidant-rich energy complex that's made from a signature blend of green tea, ginseng, and vitamin B, this redefining complexion miracle is makeup you can feel good about. Packed with good-for-you skin nutrients, this medium to full coverage foundation and concealer helps fight against environmental stressors as well as the skin-damaging effects caused by exposure to daily high-energy visible blue light. Choose your perfect match from 100 vegan-friendly shades consisting of cool, which is pink, neutral, and warm, which is golden undertones that seamlessly blend onto the skin for an airbrush-looking glow that's universally flattering. Help conceal blemishes, dark spots, and imperfections with the targeted built-in doe foot applicator, or achieve buildable all-over coverage with the convenient traditional pump. Go ahead and snap your best selfie. We've got you covered for a finished that's so flawless looking, you'll skip the filters. So, all right. I'm not sure that I would say that it definitely doesn't sit in any of the imperfections, but we'll talk about that as soon as I get the rest of my makeup on. I am going to go ahead and use the concealer aspect of this. Now I know it said blemishes and so on and so forth, but honestly, I like to have my concealer underneath my eyes match the rest of my face anyway, so I'm not like totally upset about this being the same shade. I know some people use concealer under their eyes to brighten more so than the foundation is, but I am 40, so I don't have the youngest skin, and I prefer to have it be actually like the same shade as the rest of my face. Now, I don't, buy, tons of different concealers, so I do just go with what I have, and oftentimes it is, lightening, but okay. I have a lot of little wrinkles right on the inside of my eye, but that's okay. Okay. I do feel like if I hit the foundation at the wrong angle with too much pressure, it does come back up. Okay, the time now is 11:17. We're going to call 11:15 the check-in time, so I'm going to check in somewhere around 3:15, 3:30, and then again around 7:15, 7:30. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and throw my makeup on, the rest of my makeup on real quick. We are leaving the house in about 20 to 30 minutes, so I do have a hard stop. It is transferring, so I'm definitely going to be powdering this, and I think that's it for now. Let me go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and I will be back in just a moment. All right, you guys, I am back. The time now is 11:33. We're just going to call like 11:15, 11:30 the check-in time. What do I have on my face? I have my powders that I normally have. These are both Physicians Formula. This is the Mineral Face Powder. This is the Mineral Correcting Powder. And then I have the Balm Take Home the Bronze in Oliver as my bronzer on my cheeks. And then I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Party as my blush. I'm using the Pixie and Aspen Ovard. This is no longer available, but I do still love it. Highlighter in this is the Glowy Powder in London Luster. I have the MAC Painterly Paint Pot on my lids as my primer. I did spray my face down with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. On my lashes, I have my Il Maquillage mascara in black. On my lips, I have the Clinique Almost Lipstick in Black Honey. And then on my eyes, I'm using this PUR palette. This is my favorite PUR palette that I own. I have, I think, 3 or 4. All of them I think I bought one, and then the rest I got in BoxyCharm. This one I did get in BoxyCharm, and this is my favorite one. It's called Soiree Diaries, and I use it basically, I go up the row or down the row depending on which way you're looking at it. Today I did set my primer with this shade right here, which is Private Party, and then I went down this row right here. So I have Gala all over the lid, and in the crease I have Dazzle all over the lid, and then Snazzy in the outer corner and on my under eye, and then I just put a little bit of Mogul on my inner corner. Why is my nose so itchy right here? I don't know what's going on, but I put Mogul on my inner corner and along my brow bone as just like a highlighter shade. This is except for this row, these 2 rows are matte, so it doesn't really have a really pale shade for like an inner corner sparkly highlighter, so that's why I use that cream matte shade. And then in my brows, I use the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in Blonde. So that's everything that's on my face. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in and we can talk about this foundation. All right, so let's talk about it. What are we, like a half an hour, 20 minutes in, something like that? I am really liking it right now. I think it looks good on my forehead. I think it looks beautiful on my cheeks. Although my hair is sticking to it, which is probably why I have that little itch on the bridge of my nose there. On my chin, if you're new to my channel, the area around my mouth and my chin is my problem area for my skin on my face. And it is cracking. I don't want to say quite a bit, but it is definitely cracking. I'm going to show you guys close up at my midday check-in what it's looking like. But it is cracking quite a bit right now, especially for it only being on for like a half an hour. So I'm a little concerned about that. I think from arm's length or the distance that you guys are, I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I think it looks good. But when it said on the website that it was going to like cover any problem areas, my chin does not look very, very good right now. So I'm going to show you close up midway through the day at my midday check-in when I'm doing that check-in. I'll try to show you close up pictures of my chin and what it's looking like, because right now it's not looking fantastic. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. But right now I'm going to go ahead and go about my day. We are about to leave the house in the next 2 or 3 minutes. So I just literally have to run downstairs, put my shoes on, and we're going to head out. But for now, I'm going to go about my day, and I will see you guys at like 3:15, 3:30. Bye. All right, you guys, I stepped outside to do the review. I forgot to bring my cell phone with me, so it is, look at that, 3:15 on the dot. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you my skin, and then I'm gonna step into the shady area to take a look. Like, I can't see, I'm in too much of a direct sunlight, so. All right, I'm gonna just step over here where it's a little bit shady. There's my son. All right, let's look in the mirror. That is a, I have a broken stove behind me. Anyway. Honestly, I think this is looking really good. Like, okay. So I'm gonna do show you the chin. But that has not changed since this morning. So it's actually gotten a little bit better, to be honest with you. It's just a little bit cracked up in here, if you guys can see that. And it's actually gotten a little bit better than what it was. But my problem area is really around my mouth. I think my nose looks good. I think my cheeks look good. I'm actually really pleasantly impressed with this, pleasantly surprised with this. It's looking really, really good 4 hours in. Now, I will say this. I'm already starting to look a little bit dewy, though. So I'm a little concerned what this is going to look like in 4 more hours, to be honest. I mean, that's just blatant truth. I'm a little concerned because I'm looking a little bit dewy right now. But the finish is really pretty, and I think it's looking really good on my face. Even the chin. Where it's, you know, right in here, it's really cracked up a little bit, but it's looking better than it did earlier today. So that's where we are midway through the day. I'm gonna go ahead, go about the rest of my day, and we're actually about to leave. We just got home and now we're about to leave again. But I'm gonna go ahead and go about the rest of my day, and I will see you guys in about 4 hours. All right, everybody, it is time for me to do my final check-in. It is, maybe I'll tell you what time it is. Maybe 7:30. Sorry about that. It is 7:30, so I'm just a couple of minutes past 8 hours. And let's talk about this foundation. So I did take a look at it before I turned the camera on, and I will say this, I am starting to look a little bit shiny. It was not super hot today, not super cold. It was like low 50s, high 40s, so it was nice out. Not like super hot that I was sweating or anything. Although I do like the finish at this point. I think if I go too much longer, it will just become very, very oily looking, but I think right now it's looking actually pretty nice. It did wear off the side of my nose here because I was having a little bit of a runny nose, just a very, like, barely anything at all. So I don't know what was going on. I don't know if like something that I was eating was aggravating me or something, but I just had a little bit of a runny nose just on this side. So I did brush a little bit off there, but I don't think it looks terrible. I will say this though, around my chin, it's not looking fantastic. In my main problem areas that I normally have, along my chin and just around my mouth, it's definitely like, if I stretch my skin, you can see it all like spider webbed up. You know what I mean? I think that this looks pretty good though at like arm's length, like from your distance from me. I think it's looking pretty good. You have to get really, really close and really be looking for something to be able to see that it's not looking its best along my chin line. Yeah, like what's weird is like all in here, I'm starting to get kind of itchy, and that's where it's transferring at. When I'm touching over here, I'm not getting any transfer. But then if I touched along, like just a second ago when I touched along my chin, I was getting transfer. And just like a hint, not really even anything on my hand from my forehead, but like my chin is getting a little bit itchy, and I am getting some transfer there. So overall, I think this is actually a pretty good foundation. It does crack up in areas where you have some imperfections, however, so just know that you're not going to have like perfectly like glass skin or anything. It's not the worst foundation I ever tried. It's not the best foundation I've ever tried. But I think it does look good. I think the shade match is actually a pretty good one as well. I would definitely wear this again. Like, I would not be opposed to wearing this again. You know, I think it looks pretty good as far as foundations go. But again, you know, there's definitely other ones that are better. So I know that's kind of wishy-washy. I would say, depending on what your skin type is and how many imperfections you have on your skin, this might look really good. I did notice that like it's kind of really settling into the line on my forehead. So there's that. I don't know. That kind of like buffed it out a little bit, but it's definitely settling into the line on my forehead, you know, so it's not the best foundation I've ever tried, but it's not the worst. I've definitely had worse. So anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out more than you know. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below as well. I really do appreciate anything you guys want to tell me or let me know, or what your thoughts are of the foundation as we went along throughout the day. And one last thing before I let you go, I do have my own online clothing boutique. It is nimities.com. The link is in the description bar down below. If you're curious and like to check it out, that would be awesome. If not, that's okay too. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!